And we are live. It is the final regular season recap, week 18. She ain't had to wake me up this time, y'all. I was up cheering and yelling.
To game 272 is officially in the books.
In the books.
And it
They say
ended.
the best for last.
I mean, we knew it was gonna be a good one. I knew it was gonna be a
Listen,
good one. When they said it, I was like, ooh. But two missed field goals. Lord.
and a missed extra point. Boz has missed 2 in 4 years, and he missed one tonight.
Right. That's what and then Luke missed it. I said, gosh dang it.
Thank you, Luke.
Did you see at the end? I was watching post game, so when I be taking a long time, I'll usually be watching post game
I
interviews
figured as
and stuff.
much.
But did you see how they was showing at the beginning of the game? They had Catholic priest throwing holy water on the field.
No,
On
I did
the end
not. I
zone.
missed that.
Yes, they had a Catholic priest. He was throwing holy water on in the end zone, praying.
Well,
So
thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I
Yeah,
said,
are we starting there? Are we going back? What we doing?
we're
Where
gonna
we at?
start. We're gonna start with you. You gotta
Listen,
keep your excitement still.
I
Stop.
just
Have
I was
Yolanda.
a
I
little
have.
concerned. I was concerned when the game started. I'm not gonna lie. Because I felt like we weren't ready. I felt like we came out shaky. And
Mhm.
Aaron said it. We weren't focused. It looked like it too. It looked like we were not focused. And so when I left to go watch the game, I was feeling a little discouraged, to be
Mhm.
honest. And it just looked like we weren't doing what I thought we could do. And it just, all of a sudden, it changed.
I mean, y'all
I,
started clicking. I feel like both the Ravens and you guys started off slow. Like at
yeah,
points in time, I was like, are they? Are they gonna mess around? Like it was just still. It wasn't. The Ravens started picking up, and then I was like, oh, y'all about to. When Lamar threw those two deep passes and they both end up being touchdowns, I was like, okay, they want it. But then they messed up. But didn't I tell you? I said, hey, when the halftime score was still 10-3, I said, if Lamar plays, y'all gonna win. But if
yes, you
uh
did.
but if Tyler Huntley plays, I was like, I should have just put Tyler in. Because I feel like he would have ran through you. He would have. And I feel like they stopped, like at one point, like, and the problem I feel like with the Ravens, they always do this is like they give the ball to Derek and then they'll stop, and it's like, why do you? Derek is what it puts on there. Now Isaiah Likely and Zay Flowers over there making their plays and stuff, but at the end of the day, running is what you do. Like, come on now. But I think also when Kyle Hamilton got hurt, when he got that concussion, it was kind of like at that point I
Yeah.
said, I don't think this gonna happen now.
Well, I felt like Frymouth saved the day a couple of times in there when he caught those nice passes. Um, our little tush push. I like our little tush push. I like our little tush push. It's a little different. Aaron stands on the back like he an official or something. He don't even get involved in it, but it works. It
Look,
works.
even Mike and Chris even said they said, a couple of days like the last time we saw Aaron like this in a week 17 was what was it 2 years ago when they was playing, no, not 2 3 years ago when they had made it, when it was the Lions and Packers going to doing a week 18 battle, and they lost. The Packers lost and the Lions ended up going into, I think, playoffs or whatever. And then they were saying like when he made that walk down the tunnel, they was like, we thought that was probably gonna be the last time we saw him or that. And they said, I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna have that same reaction again, like we was gonna see him again walking very sadly down that tunnel. And I said, I'm not gonna lie, I agree with them. Like I really did think that was gonna be the same exact thing, only with a different team. But
Well,
y'all pulled it. Yeah, look.
we pulled it out. We pulled it out. Now we got to face them doggone Houston Texans.
Ooh, boy.
I'd rather have the Chargers, but anyhow, we got to
Nah,
do what we.
the
I'd
Texans,
rather have the Chargers. Them Texans, I'm scared of them. I ain't gonna lie.
you should
That
be.
defense is
Yeah, I was about to
ridiculous.
say you should be with that defense.
Yeah, that we. But speaking of the Texans, I mean, I know we kind of jumping around a little bit, but where they at today? Good Lord, I can't. I got so many
They
notes
played
over
the
here.
Colts and they won 32-30.
38, no, 38-30, won't it? 38-30.
Oh, they end up scoring again? So the last time I saw it, the score was 32-30, and it had like 20 seconds left in the 20 seconds left in the game, and it was 32-30. So
the final score was 38-30.
Yeah, so I'm like, where did they get? They must have. Wow, they must have got another.
Hold up, I hate to interrupt you, but I'm being interrupted by breaking news of the firing of Raheem and the general manager.
We was gonna get to that. We've already. That was during the game, but we'll get to that. Like that was at 9:30 that happened. It ain't breaking news to us. It is not breaking news. I've known that for the past 3 hours.
I mean, y'all was killing it the last 4-5 games.
So we're gonna jump to us now.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, they beat them 38-30. But that the Riley, what is his name? Riley Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question was,
should he have been playing?
If he'd have been playing, would they have won them 3 games that Rivers lost?
I can't. No.
I know we can't say.
You can't say that, but also at the same time, it's like now that they won, now everybody wants to question Philip, who came out of y'all the one who took him out of retirement. He was having a great job, all that other stuff, and y'all want to just chilling. And y'all took him out of retirement and made it so he don't have to. He got to wait another 5 years to do the Hall of Fame. So to go and question it afterwards and say, well, if we would have put him in there, it'd be like, no, you knew what you were doing. Also, at the same time, like, I just feel like those are fluke to a certain extent. I feel like the Texans had something to play for, but they also didn't. Like, them and the Jags were playing at the exact same time. So, and the Jags just beat the mess out of the Titans. So,
I mean, they did. So, all right, so that was 38-30. We jumping all over the place.
I'm still trying to figure out how they got these last. Like I said, literally I saw it was 30-30. So I'm trying to. I think they must have got a defensive play at the end.
Hold on. I will tell you exactly what happened. All right, so in the fourth quarter, there was a fumble return touchdown.
There we go.
One play, fumble return touchdown.
That's
because it was 32. It was 32-30, and it was a one play fumble return touchdown.
See, I knew it. I was like, when you said 38, I was like 38. Last time I checked, it was literally 30-30, and I was like, they won that, but they clearly did that. So defense again.
Yeah, fumble return touchdown. So that final score was 38-30. That was a very good game, but that Riley Leonard did look really good.
But they also lost still. So
they did lose.
Also, if you really want to say it though, at the end of the day, he was sitting behind Philip Rivers. So how are we not to say that Philip didn't help him in the process too?
I think he did. I think he did. I think he did. But now, since we're jumping all around,
right? I'm gonna let you to.
I'm gonna jump around too. I'm gonna jump to the Browns and the Bengals and Myles and the record. Now,
congratulations, Myles. I told you. I said I know.
Okay, now, but also let's make this clear. Let me read this. Al Bubba Baker was the true NFL sack king with 23 sacks before they really started keeping record of the sacks. So those that know, but that was back in 1978, his rookie year, 23 sacks.
Who did he play for?
The Lions. And they started taking the stats in 82. I wrote it down specifically to make sure.
Well, technically that means he's still tied then.
So,
but I guess, and they say when they say that he has the record for like in the new modern, what they say, like Super Bowl era.
Well, since they've been keeping stats, so you know.
But congrats, man.
I thought he was
gonna end up getting 34 after I saw 33. I mean 23. I was like, man, can he get 24? Can he get one more?
Now Shedeur didn't do too bad. He was all right, bless him heart.
I mean, they won, so
they won 20-18. Oh, Joe Burrows. I don't know what Joe Burrows is gonna do. I don't know if Cincinnati gonna keep him. I don't know if he going to therapy. I don't know if I don't know what Joe gonna do. But I've never seen Joe cool. He looked spaced out the last interview I saw.
Again?
To me, he looked, I don't know. I
like 1 minute he's there and then the next he's not. That's why I said, like, again, I thought we were past that. Okay.
I don't know. So,
excuse me.
Yeah, bless you. So now the next game on my sheet is the Packers Vikings. And JJ was productive once again until he was injured again. That he just get injured every other game. He not fit. How does he even pass the doggone physicals?
The only reason they won is because the Packers was probably resting their players because they got to play the Bears next week. So division rivalry part 3.
Yeah.
So that was the third time they've ever met in playoffs.
Well, that final score was 16-3.
Because they didn't even play Malik Willis.
They didn't even play him either.
They played their third string quarterback, Clayton Tune.
So they won't try to win.
No, because they didn't, like, everybody that they gave, like all the people that played, like they didn't even play any of their like starters. They rested them, which I felt was smart. They have a very, very tough game next week.
Now, speaking of resting starters, the Cowboys lost to the Giants 34-17. And Dak was 7 of 11 and had a lost fumble and got replaced by Joe Milton to begin the third quarter.
Wow, I guess he didn't have no incentives that he was trying to go after.
No, he did not, apparently. And Jackson Dart was 22 of 32 for 231. They were glad they won. They weren't trying to get no draft pick. They said they ain't care about no draft pick. They were trying to win. They care about winning the game. I like to hear that.
I do.
So that final score was 34-17.
Why don't y'all do that next year? Like, use that momentum for next year.
Now, I'm on my sheet. The last game on this sheet is the Falcons and the Saints. Now, y'all beat them Saints 19-17.
Let's talk about how, like, I was in the state.
How was the game? Talk to me. I didn't write any notes because I said I was going to let you do all the talking about.
I don't know why you don't be watching notes. Sometimes I don't be looking at stats or anything. I just be like, oh, I'm at the game. I ain't trying to write nothing down.
I don't want stats. I just want you to tell us what you felt.
The experience of the game was just it was crowded. I mean, to a certain extent. Let's see. It was funny because I was sitting behind some Saint Aints fans and they were pretty nice. It was funny because actually one of them was like, she was actually, I said that she's probably one of the most honest Aints fans and coolest ones because she said two things that I thought was hilarious. One, when there was a pass interference call that went our way, she was like, yeah, I ain't even gonna lie, that really was pass interference. You know how most people be like, that wasn't. You be like, clearly that was pass interference. Like, come on, guys. And they'd be like, no, it wasn't. No, she was like, yeah, that was stupid. That was pass interference. And then the next thing she said was that was kind of funny. And I was like, she ain't lying on that. But I've never heard a Saints fan say that. She said, you know, the only reason we won Super Bowl was because of Katrina, right? And I was like, doo, doo, doo. I mean, a lot of people say that, but they just don't want to. A lot of people sometimes say that to a certain extent. Like the reason why they ended up going to the Super Bowl to win is because the city needed it. Man, hey, it is what it is. But I mean, it was a good game. I mean, I feel like how like looking at it as a whole NFL fan, for real, if the Saints would have had Slaw, what's his name?
Yeah.
Slow, yeah, in there, they probably would have had a better season than what they were. Because they put him in like the last 4 games they've been, well, minus this one.
Yeah.
The last a couple of games they've been doing well and stuff. I just feel like for us, defense still saves us. Shout out Jesse Bates with another pick six. And I think they said that was his like 3rd season in a row. He's had like the most of going like pick six back to back seasons back to back. So
Okay.
yeah. We have, like I said, defense saves us, and I don't know what
Y'all
happened.
won't run.
Huh? He paused on me. Oh wait. No.
Run for dogs. It's circling. Yeah, y'all only had 49 yards rushing today.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't give the ball to Bijan or Tyler, for real, for real. And with that being said, Raheem, yes, like how she interrupted and said, yes, Raheem Morris has been fired along with Terry Fontenot, what is our GM too. Now, my thoughts on this. Why y'all didn't fire Zach Robinson at the same time? Because at the end of the day, he's the offensive coordinator. Like, I understand, like, yes, Terry's the person who helps with draft, and he kind of messed up the last stuff and not really paying attention to our quarterbacks, for real, for real. But Zach Robinson is our offensive coordinator. Like, he does not know how to use our people. Like, there are certain things and plays I was just like, seriously, why? You have Bijan, you running him ragged, you're not using Tyler, like just all over the place. And I mean, I understand Raheem because he is the head of all of them, but still, can you fire Zach at the same time? But I'm kind of the interesting part. I'm not shocked. I'm just shocked that it happened like now instead of like tomorrow, which is actually or technically today, which is now Black Monday. But like we're literally the only team that has fired somebody, which is very interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But we'll see later on today with the Black Monday. But yeah, it was great. And the funniest part was watching Panthers and Tampa Bay fans at the stadium. Because you know they were both literally fighting, like rooting for us. So I would like to say you're welcome, Carolina.
Yeah.
You are welcome. Since y'all have
welcome.
Had the NFC championship, NFC South since I think maybe 2010, I saw.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was 10 or what the date was. I didn't pay attention to that date.
I did see I think it was 10 because I saw it. But one thing I did see last night when I was watching Sports Center, and I was like, oh yeah, I have to say this. So obviously we have a losing division again. And they said this is the 5th time in the Super Bowl era, so starting in the 1970s, that a team has had a losing record going to the playoffs. So obviously this year was the Panthers. 2022 was the Bucks, and then they actually said where they lost at. So the Bucks lost in the wild card round. 2020 was the Commanders, and they lost in the wild card round. 2014 was the Panthers again, and they lost in the divisional round. And I do definitely remember when the Seahawks lost in the divisional round in 2010, because the NFC West was definitely very bad at that time.
But you know what gets me is all three of y'all teams are 8 and 9.
Yeah.
The exact same record. So I don't get it. How is it they are in the playoffs and y'all not in this exact same record?
Because so that's when they start going into, like, first off, Carolina has a better divisional record.
No, the division is 3 and 3. It's the same.
But they beat us.
Well, that's the only thing. And then because y'all
they beat us twice.
6, yeah, but
and then they come, then it becomes conference. I know it's a lot. That's when it does become confusing, because you be because like, why? But you have to go through each one. It goes to divisional record, and then like conference, all the people that you beat in your conference and stuff. Technically, when I was looking at it, we should technically be above Tampa, but they still
that's what I'm saying.
It really should be Panthers, us, then Tampa, and then the Aints, but I do not know why they still have Tampa above us. I've been trying to figure that out, because there's one record on there that we're actually better than Tampa on. So I'm trying
conference,
which should show that we should be above them. So
y'all got, that's what I'm saying. Y'all only had 5 losses in the conference, and both them and the Panthers have 6 losses in the conference. That's why I'm confused. Y'all have a better conference record. And the division record is the exact same, 3-3.
Yeah, it sucks. But
okay, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. So anyway, better now. We're just gonna be in Cancun.
Yeah.
Feeling. That was also what people were saying too. They was like, I mean, the division rivalry was fun just watching it, just because, like, obviously it's something meaningful for us, but it was funnier because we're like, I mean, we really ain't playing for nothing. I don't even know why. In a sense, it's almost like, why are we even playing for Tampa and Carolina? Because we don't care. And it was funny because, which is true, is like how the two teams that are actually supposed to be going into playoffs who suck are, like, at the end of the season, are counting on the two teams that actually are playing better at the end of the season who sucked at the beginning of the season. Oh, poetic justice.
Yeah, poetic justice. All right, the next game, the Titans at the Jaguars. Sunshine was balling.
Sunshine wanted some incentives.
Sunshine was balling, 3 touchdowns, 8 wins, 8 straight wins, 9 out of 10 since the bye. They were playing the 3rd title in 9 years. They was off the charts today. 41 whole points.
Which I don't think, when was the last time they won? When was the last time they won? Where's my ESPN? I was trying to see when the last time they were the conference champion. I mean, not conference, the divisional champion.
I didn't write that down.
I have it in my little thing. Let's see. Carolina's win, Carolina. Oh, they haven't. They just said their 3rd title. I think it's been a minute since they've had it.
Yeah, it's been a minute because it's the 3rd title in 9 years, so that ain't like every other year.
Yeah,
that's a long stretch. Nice long little stretch in there.
Right, because in between that with the Texans, it was actually the Titans. Yes, the
Texans were 3 in a row.
And then the Titans were before them. So
yeah, because the Texans the 3rd straight. So yeah. All right, so we already did the Colts and the Texans. Jets and the Bills. What can you say? 35-8. What?
You know, they did a little fun fact and they put all the like stats on the thing, and it was like how many touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and all this, and they were like all the teams that played the Jets. Like no interceptions, like these many touchdowns, these many yards. It was like 14,000. I was like, dang. Which leads us to ask, when you had asked me last week, do you think that Aaron Glenn is in trouble tomorrow?
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I do. I really do. I agree that it does normally take more than 1 year, but he seemed too impulsive to me. A guy make a mistake in the first week and you fire him the very next day or the same day or whatever. You started off to me wrong. And I think he lost the locker room right then.
Mm-hmm.
Because people were scared to do anything because, my God, if I drop the ball, you going to fire me today too? What you supposed to do? I mean, I just don't like the way I think it left the locker room. And it showed because they didn't do much of nothing.
Yeah.
It didn't seem anything like team nothing. That first game, they looked like they was going to be somebody. Them Jets looked like they was going to be something that first game. But after that, it was like, what? So I don't know if they're keeping them or not, but I don't know. 35-8. What did they get? A touchdown? Safety? What was that? How did they get 8? Was it a touchdown and a 2-point conversion?
I mean, look, I don't usually watch.
Really? You went for a 2-point? Really?
Yeah, I don't usually watch Game Day Final until we finish these, but yeah, that's probably what it sounds like it was.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna see. I want to know how that turned out. Okay, a touchdown.
It was wow.
Yep, a touchdown in the 2-point
conversion in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter.
You fire him because he ain't got good sense. What difference did that make? It was 35.
The Bills weren't playing for real for nothing for real either, though. They wasn't playing for nothing. Technically, the Bills could have let them just beat them if they wanted to, because they wasn't. Because at the end of the day, Josh didn't even play. It was.
They still scored 35.
It was Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah.
I know, right? Trubisky,
yeah, right.
Who used to be the Bears QB.
Who also, our QB too.
Who also has a 75.9.
We had him too for a little while.
Completion. Yeah.
Next game, Lions at the Bears. Lions and Tigers and Bears.
Oh my God.
Well, the Lions showed up today. Which Lions team was that? 19-16.
It still wasn't anything. They wasn't playing for nothing. They were just playing for pride and incentives. And technically, so I don't fully agree. I was watching towards the end of it and stuff. I don't totally agree that they like literally had Caleb playing the whole game though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was playing because at one point he could have got sacked and have a safety, and I was like, dude. But I was impressed for the fact that he has grown better, that he scrambled and he threw the ball away like he needed to, because I thought it was going to be a sack safety or a sack and an intentional grounding, but he did good. So Ben Johnson, yeah, he changed the locker room in there.
He did. He did. The score was a lot lower than we thought it would be. We thought they was going to score a lot more points. But I'm glad they won a game for pride's sake. They had a lot of yards. They had 433 total yards. The Bears only had 270.
They need to conserve their energy anyway. They about to play the Packers next week.
Yeah, they got the Packers.
Also, Jared, once again, you threw another interception though. So
yes, he did. He threw the ball 42 times. That's a lot of times to only make 27 of them.
Well, at this point, like you said, Jared's like, I'm gonna be throwing the ball. This is my last time throwing the ball for what? It's until next season, or literally, or Pro Bowl if he ends up if he decides, if he's part of it and he decides to go. But other than that, it's the last time I'm gonna play. I'm about to throw it. So might as well just throw it as much as I want to.
Well, they, like you said, they got the Packers on the 10th. That's Saturday, next Saturday.
All right, the next 8 o'clock.
Yep, next game was the Chargers and the Broncos.
At that point, I didn't realize it was gonna be 3, but also at the same time, I think the Chargers knew that they just wasn't going. They sat Justin Herbert. They
did.
Point,
they played Trey Lance. They weren't trying to win.
They wasn't trying to win.
The Broncos were trying to get that number 1 seed though.
They got it.
And they got it. They got it. Bo Nix looking like he 40. I don't know why he looked 40 to me. He just looked so old to me. But he played today, juggling on the sideline. There was 4 sacks. They had 4 sacks. The Broncos had 4 sacks. They got the number 1 seed. What can you say? Like you said, they didn't even play their starters. So they weren't even trying to win.
Nope, they knew it. It was like
they knew it. They already had it secured. They got to play New England, and they won't beat New England. They won't. Trey Lance threw 44 passes and made 20 of them. So
still a lot.
That's a lot. He was running around a couple of times like a chicken with his head cut off.
You're right.
Couple of plays he looked all right. He did. But then because he got drafted his rookie year and got injured the rookie year.
Yep, he was playing
the whole rookie year and then got traded.
Yeah, he was with the 49ers. That's how Brock became number 1, how he moved up the ladder.
All right. Next game. The Chiefs and the Raiders. Well, they was playing for what? Pride?
No,
what? What was they playing for? Checks?
Dang, I didn't realize the Raiders won. I thought
14-12, a whole 14-12.
I thought the Raiders lost because they were saying that the Raiders officially now have the number 1. Oh, I guess because the Giants lost. That's what they were. I mean, the Giants won. That's what it was. They were like the Giants winning officially made it that the Raiders have the number 1 draft pick.
Yeah. They listen. I didn't see the game. I did not.
I didn't either.
I mean, Travis looked like he didn't even play. Bothered. He was there with a uniform on. He was there. He had 3 receptions, 6 targets, 3 receptions for a whole 12 yards.
And they played. Wow, they played their 3rd string quarterback.
Yeah.
James Buscelli.
Yeah. They sure did.
Wow.
Yeah. And the Raiders played Aiden O'Connell and Kenny Pickett.
See, that was their first issue right there. That was if I wouldn't like. Are you?
Yeah. Like I
And
said,
old Aiden was good at was their starter. So
at one point he was 10 of 22 for 102 yards. So anyway, moving on. Next game, Rams and the Cardinals. The only division where everybody won over 10 games, except for the Cardinals.
pretty much.
Yeah.
And they still made it competitive because it's 37-20.
They did. Yeah, everybody in that division won 12 games or more.
The Rams played their people for a couple of reasons. The Rams played their people for one, because they wanted some incentives, and then two, they needed to come back after that Monday night loss that they was like, are we really? Can we do this? Are you sure? I don't know. They were questioning themselves.
I was checking something. Okay. They said Puka Nacua leads in receptions, not yards, but the number of receptions. All right, so 37-20, the Rams will be playing the Panthers. Go Panthers.
Yeah. The Rams are, the Rams. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Only because the Panthers are not consistent. I mean, they beat the Rams before, but I just feel like they're not consistent. They're just low score. Like, I mean, the whole NFC South is not consistent. So I don't believe in them. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
The Dolphins at the Patriots. Look, with 9 minutes left in the game, the Patriots already had 424 yards. With 9 minutes left, they beat the socks off them 38-10. I said they'd have 38. I picked 38. You said 40. I had 38. Yay.
I knew it was going to be bad, though.
We knew it was going to be a massacre. But we thought they would. You said 12. They had 10. That's pretty close. I mean, Drake May looks like he is. I'm not going to say he's a front runner for the MVP, but
they go back him.
They're going to make him the MVP. He's going to be the MVP, and it's deserved. And
well, they are, but as we start doing playoffs, it's gonna change a little bit more.
Yeah, Braver might be coach of the year too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, speaking of incentives, Debo needed 93 yards to get $200,000. They beat the Eagles 24-17.
Which didn't matter either.
Didn't matter a bit. But
did he make his 96 yards?
I'm trying to see. I don't think he did. I know he didn't. I don't know. Let me double check, but he needed 93.
I do know that yesterday everybody made their incentive except for it was a 49er that did not make it.
No way. He got 1 yard.
Wow. Also, who is Josh Johnson? That was who they played.
Oh, he was the backup quarterback in New York Jets a couple of years ago. Yeah. He was the backup. That's how I learned his name, because I was like, well, who is this dude? Yeah, Josh Johnson.
First off, the reason why I did that even more is I didn't know he's been in the league for 11 seasons.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh. He's
Drafted in
been,
the drafted with the Tampa Bay Bucks in the 5th round.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Mm-hmm. And we've already done the Ravens and the Steelers, so we've
Sorry,
already
Miss Yolanda.
so
I know
but
you.
now
I knew watching the game. I said, "Oh gosh, I know." Both of them having a whole fit, probably throwing stuff at the TV, yelling. This game was
a
stressful.
Raven fan called me trying to talk trash. I hung up on him.
When
I
after the
said, you
game,
will not. No, at the beginning of the guy said, you will not jinx me. You will not talk to me. I said, you ain't been calling. Don't talk to me now. Bye. I hung up.
you didn't
I
call him
ain't
back.
talk. Nope. Nope.
You didn't call him
Nope.
back after the game and
Nope.
say,
Nope. Nope. Not yet.
"Not yet." Let it
Nope.
sink in. Let them help. Let them feel it. I get it.
Yeah. So, but I didn't need blood pressure medicine today. They I hung in there. But I'm glad I didn't call the game. I really enjoyed watching and being able to say whatever I wanted to say without having to be politically correct while watching. Yeah, I didn't need a beeper or anything. And it was nice to just watch and enjoy. So next week, we got a lot of good games. We got the Packers at the Bears on the 10th. We got the Rams at the at the Panthers. And
That's
then the
what it should have
49ers,
been.
yeah, it should have been.
It
And the
should have
49ers
been round
at the
2.
Eagles. Yeah. And then we got the Buffalo at Jacksonville, Chargers at New England, and Houston at Pittsburgh.
That's gonna be an interesting one. The
Yeah.
Jacksonville versus the Jags versus the Bills.
Buffalo.
And one of the, I guess maybe I'll wait till we do when we do we do predictions. I'll say what I was gonna say.
Okay, save that.
I'll save that tidbit.
All right, okay, so we'll talk about that when we get off the air. All right, so that's it, y'all. That's the end of the regular season.
272 games. Can you believe that? We've literally gone through 272 games. Now we on playoffs now.
Wow. I just knew when Bob's missed that field goal, that extra point, it was over. I knew we had lost.
Yeah, I kind of did too, and then it went and reversed.
Yeah, it did. All right, so anyway, we'll see y'all soon, and look out for the predictions for the playoffs. Peace, y'all.
Bye.